I'm sure this happens to you all the time. You're bringing your two goats. You take the lottery, decide which one's going to be an offering to Hashem, to God, and which one is going to be thrown off a cliff to Azazel. And then what happens, you've got your goat and you're ready to go, and one of them croaks. It just dies at the spot. Suddenly, you're stuck. You need a replacement goat. But what do you do? This is the question being asked on Daf 63 of Yoma, because the question is really like, do we just take a new goat and replace the one that died and then continue as all is good? But the problem with that is that the second goat hasn't gone through a lottery, right? There's a whole lottery process. You have these two identical goats, and you decided to do a whole lottery. Which one was going to go to God? Which one was going to go to Azazel? And now you'd be putting in a new goat, kind of pitch hitting in there without going through a lottery process. Is that okay? Are you just replacing the one that died and it's all the same? We still have a goat that went through a lottery process, so we're good? Or do we really need to go back and start from scratch, because the lottery is an essential aspect of the identity of these goats, and we have to determine that identity for each of them through the lottery process, and the second one didn't do the lottery process. This is what is being discussed on Yoma Daf 63, and it's a pretty wild circumstance. And just the idea of a lottery to God and Azazel on its own is pretty darn bizarre. When you add in this whole idea of the replacement goat and one dies after this lottery before it can be sacrificed, well, what do we do then?